Um, so good evening to those who are on. Somebody else is joining. It's 6:48 and we started our conversation, but officially we are meeting and convening the Cannabis Task Force meeting. And I want to welcome those who are here this evening on this rainy Thursday. And thank you for taking time. Not all of our peeps are here. And hopefully that will change next time. I won't extend the meeting more than we need to, since, there's so few of us here, we can engage in a conversation. I am, of course, the co-chair of this task force, and my partner, Miriam, is on leave for the moment. And she'll join us when she's able in the near future. So I wanted to make sure I put that out there. And she's not totally removed. I'm hoping if I have questions and things that I'm not sure about, I'll go to her because she is a resource in this field. So I wanted to make sure I said that. I want to, now, who just joined us with the roses?
Vanessa.
Oh, Vanessa, okay. Hi, Vanessa. I think you've been to our other meetings. So I want to thank you for joining us this evening.
Yes, hi, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. And I'm also joining us is Deborah Levine from City College, and then our chair, Victor Edwards, who I know will have to jump off, but I appreciate him coming on board for moral support. So with that said, an agenda was sent out, and Victor, remind me, as a task force, do we adopt the agenda? Is that really necessary?
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, but I guess it's nice to make reference to it, so.
Oh, no, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, once again, agenda was sent out. There are a few things on here that I wanted to make sure I brought to people's attention. And in terms of, the welcomes and introductions, I've introduced myself, as the co-chair. And I'm also here with Madison, one of our office staff, but she's the glue to make sure that we are all functioning and doing what we need to do to support the community. So Madison, thank you once again for being here.
No problem.
Maybe we can take a moment to ask people to introduce themselves, to those who are here. Vanessa, do you want to share anything in terms of your participation? Are you, I'm assuming, a resident of CB9? Why did you come to join us?
Yeah, I'm from the community, and I've been in the cannabis industry for over just over a year now. So this is something that I'm also I'm really interested in. And actually the reason why I started participating in the meetings was because when I remember the initial rollout was happening, I just noticed a lack of information in the community. And so that's why I'm here.
Good.
Yeah. I try to help out where I can and put in my input and stuff.
That's the goal for sure, to get more information out in the community. That's one of the reasons why we formed the task force. Victor, do you want to share a few words before you jump off?
Sure. I am, sitting in just to hear what's going on in the community. I see so many what I call illegal sites, dispensaries, corner boys selling. And I think it's really hurting the industry for those who want to do the right thing. So I'm just hoping we can guide people in that direction of becoming legal dispensaries, in our community. So we know that the product has been inspected, it's safe, it's not laced with anything. So I'm just, that's one of the reasons I'm sitting in, just to see where we're headed in that direction on the legal side. And hoping those that want to do something legal, we can help them out as well.
That's right. And Deborah, is there anything you wanted to share?
The City University Graduate School of Public Health and Health Policy is here to support the work, both to better understand the needs of the community and also help with designing interventions that support the work. So thank you.
Thank you. I forgot to ask Madison to print out the notes. I did send notes as updates from the summer of what we did. One of the reasons I didn't send them as formal minutes, but notes, because I wanted to make people aware what we're trying to do as a task force to increase awareness. And so on the note page is also a definition of what the task force is looking to achieve. And basically, Victor encapsulated it well. We want to increase awareness about this industry and educate the members of our community in terms of, once again, the recreational side is obviously the side that's getting a lot of notice, but there's also the medicinal side that some people know about, but maybe we don't talk enough about. And so that's certainly something that we're looking to increase. And of course, looking at the other opportunities that come with this industry, which is burgeoning. And rather than focus on some of the negative stuff that comes with all these illegal establishments, we also want to focus on the opportunities that are possible when the legal establishments are put into place. There are ancillary opportunities that come with it. And we want to keep pushing that and making people aware so that those job opportunities are opportunities that come to our community. And so, the definition that we created for the task force is well crafted, if I must say so myself. And if you get a chance to look at the notes, and I will resend them, you'll see that definition. But in terms of just recapping what happened over the summer, the past few months, since our goal was to make people aware that this thing was rolling out and to educate the community, one of the first things that we tried to do earlier in this year was have a town hall. And the town hall was done to address any concerns and questions that people in the community might have. And it was done virtually. And I would say quite a few people joined us, and that allowed us to begin a conversation. And I will say that, we started hearing more about the Office of Cannabis Management. And I always tell people to go to that website because it's quite full of information. Not too long after that, we did some type of event in April. Now, we didn't do it on, what is the traditional date in April? 4/20, I think is considered the date that people celebrate when it comes to cannabis recreation consumption, right? But we instead did it like 2 days before at Columbia, and we had a panel discussion, and quite a few people from the community joined us and helped us to bring that together in a very thoughtful way. And we were very appreciative that Columbia allowed us to be in that space, even though, once again, I shouldn't use the word allowed. We were able to coordinate and access that space. But we had a wonderful day at the forum. Deborah, who just jumped off, was a part of that to help us collect that data. And we had a good turnout. Soon after that, of course, we did something in the community. We participated in the block party. So I go into more details in those minutes. You should review them. But I would say, for being a small committee, we did quite a lot in terms of activities. And we also, of course, produced, I think, 2 letters of support after reviewing some of the regulations on the OCM website. We pushed back in a thoughtful way, expressing concerns about how these rules were being rolled out by that office, because we knew how it might adversely affect our community. And because of our work, we got a lot of good feedback from the Manhattan Borough President's Office as a community board for stepping up and taking the time to thoroughly review and respond back. So those are some of the things that we did as a task force. And I'm hoping, of course, this year to be equally as impactful. We don't have to do a lot of things, but I think the things that we do, we want to make sure they count and they are impactful. And so, that leads me to the discussion area. And there isn't much of us here in terms of that, but one of the things I'm hoping that we'll do this year is think about what kind of activity we can engage in to once again always work on increasing visibility around this issue. And the thought is with a particular interest, maybe looking to break, of course, the stigma by re-educating seniors, youth, parents. And if we think from that perspective, then what are the next steps you want to take to achieve that goal? And once again, I was hoping we might have a thoughtful discussion about what we want to think about doing in the community. And, it could be something that we can think about and maybe perhaps share, unless some people have immediate thoughts based on what I just stated. But yeah, let me just throw that out there. Do people have any thoughts in terms of what we could be considering in terms of an activity to engage the community, and particularly those entities that I mentioned? Seniors, because we know seniors have probably a negative perception about this thing that we are calling cannabis. Youth, we have a lot of young people out there who might also have some misperceptions. And of course, parents who have concerns. Any thoughts?
Monique, I'm gonna have to jump off. I'm sorry. I'll
Thank
fill you
you.
in later. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too. Any thoughts that people might have?
I think I would need a little more time to
Digest?
yeah, because especially since it's three very different types of demographics, not everyone is going to be able to be addressed the same way. So I think it really depends on like who we think is the top priority group to address, and then like maybe like designing it around that.
That's fair.
Okay.
I can't argue with that, and I appreciate that. Because last year or this year, when we did the event, it was open to everyone. We had people from the industry come to also add their 2 cents to educate people, but we opened it so that people from the community who could come. I think a lot of people who attended the event are people who are already very versed. And our hope, of course, is to reach people who might not be aware but curious. And we want to figure out how to do that. So I will make sure I follow up. I'll pose that question so that I can begin to engage and get feedback from people. Deborah, I don't know if you have any thoughts.
Just listening. Oops, sorry.
No, that wasn't you, but go ahead. Deborah, did you say something? Oh.
No, she's just on mute.
Oh, Deborah, you're on mute if you're talking, just to let you know.
I'll send some thoughts. It's super noisy here. Sorry, folks.
Oh, okay. I was saying, did you have any thought you wanted to share? Oh, I will send some thoughts. Got it. Okay, I just looked in the chat. Got it. Okay. Well then, once again, on the agenda, Vanessa, if you saw it, there's a link for a survey that City College is, uh, has set up, and they want feedback from the community. And we wanna use it as an opportunity, to your point, to not only learn, but to help City College learn more about our thoughts and intentions, so that we can create and develop an opportunity that is beneficial to our community. So if
Okay.
you have not had a chance to look at the agenda, and the link is there, we'll be sending it out. Madison from our office, I've asked her to send those links out, so that people who we know are interested can support us by answering questions in those, at the link. And it's in Spanish and English, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't get the agenda. I put my email in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna write it down, so maybe I can just send it to you directly.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be great. I appreciate it.
Thank you. All right, well then, ladies, because that's who we have left, there's certainly no need to keep you on board longer than need be. Our next convening will be on October 26th. It's always
Okay.
the fourth Thursday of the month, unless something is happening, and then we'll try to reach out early enough to make people pivot. And, you know, and then we'll figure out how to come together. So with that said, I will, end the meeting, basically. There's no need to stay here longer. That way Madison and I can get home and eat an early dinner.
Okay. Thank you.
7:05, thank you for taking time out of your schedule, and we'll follow up and then figure out what we're gonna do to, support our community. So good night, ladies.
Sounds great. Have a good night.
All right, good night.